Oh, hey guys, welcome to yet another week of Surge Online. It is good to have you with us again this week, guys. We have another incredible, fun, and exciting week coming up tonight, which includes Jordan Lambert bringing us a little talk on, well, you'll have to wait and see. We've also got the latest biscuit challenge. This week's contender is Charlotte, so it'll be interesting to see how she gets on. I love her, but I doubt she's going to beat Pete Ratcliffe 17. She's not got the greatest balance I've ever seen in the world, but I do love her. So we've also got lots of other things coming up, so please do enjoy tonight. We're going to be releasing all these things on YouTube, so please, if you miss anything or want to watch something again, please just log on to there and you'll find everything you need to see. All right, so enjoy.
Hi guys, this week's verse of the week comes from Isaiah 26:3 and it says this. It says, "You will keep in perfect peace those whose minds are steadfast because they trust in you." And this is my all-time favourite Bible verse. It's a bit of a life verse. If you've been in church, you might hear people say that, and that's basically just a verse that no matter the circumstance, you find that you come back to it time and time again, and it always speaks to your heart. And I love this verse so much as well because it talks about the fact that when we trust God, we can have perfect peace. And one of the things that I used to do when I was growing up is I used to change the bit that said, "You will keep him in perfect peace," and I used to say, "You will keep me in perfect peace," and say it like a little bit of a prayer. So that's just a little hint for you. If you are going through something and you find a verse in the Bible, change it so that it becomes personal. So yeah, this week's verse of the week again is Isaiah 26 verse 3, and we'll put it on the screen now.
So hey guys, I hope you're doing well. It's nice to be with you all again today. I'm going to share with you guys some of my thoughts and feelings on lockdown, because we're in week 8 now, and you know, there's not really a lot else to talk about, is there, at the moment, other than COVID? But that's pretty boring and depressing, so we're not going to talk about the COVID specifically, but just kind of like my journey on this season. And it's been quite like an up and down journey. It's been a bit of a roller coaster journey for me. I've had really good days where I've been like amazing, loving the blue skies as today. I've loved being able to just hammer out work, being able to hang out with my family, being able to call friends up, being able to play games, just to kind of, and take things a little bit slower than usual, which has been quite nice. But then there are other days which has just been like really, really bad and really, really tough. And some of you will probably relate to that, where you've had good days, but then you've had days where you just fed up and you're sick of it, and you just want lockdown to go away, you just want COVID to disappear so you can get on with your life. You're sick of your family being in your space, being in your hair all the time. You're sick of not being able to see your friends. You're sick of not being able to go to Mackey's or wherever you go to get food. And I'm sure a lot of you can relate to kind of those kind of frustrations and feelings in this season. But I want to talk to you guys today about what do we do with those frustrations? What do we do when we have those frustrations? A couple of weeks ago, I was in the kitchen and it was a bad day for me. And it was a very frustrating day because I was just kind of like fed up big time with lockdown. I was fed up with not being able to see my girlfriend. I was fed up with not being able to see my friends. I was fed up with having to share a space, a small space with people. The people that don't always do what, like the stuff that I want them to do, not being able to go like do stuff, go out and just like travel, and realizing that I'm probably not going to be able to go travel this summer, etc. Like all these frustrations kind of built up on me, and I was just done. In the kitchen, I just began to vent. I don't know if you've seen Inside Out, but there's an angry red guy who just explodes and he begins to vent, and that's how I began to feel on Monday. And it just began to vent, and it's just so frustrating and so difficult. And I'm sure some of you guys can probably relate to that, where you just kind of had enough. Like I usually don't ever get to that stage, but in this season, like I found myself like really battling with like frustration a lot more than usual. And I just realized that if I allowed that anger and that venting to stay in my life, like I was just going to be depressed. I was going to be so low and so like inside, because that's how I felt. I felt like really horrible, and I just wanted to quit. I didn't want to do things anymore. I didn't want to do this lockdown season anymore. I didn't want to be around this area. I wanted to disappear to another planet and just like get on with my life. But I realized that if I allowed that mentality to stay with me, it would have probably caused a lot more pain than it should have. And quickly, like, I walked up into my room and I just realized that I just needed to take some time out. There was like something within me, like a feeling, I don't know how to describe it, but it was just kind of telling me, you just need to take a time out for a minute. So I took myself upstairs to my room, sat on the floor on the naughty step, and just began to think. And as I looked up, there was a picture on my wall, and it's a famous picture. Some of you guys may have seen it before, and it's by a guy called Banksy, and it's a picture of a little girl, and she's letting go a balloon in the shape of a heart. And as I sat there and looked at this picture, I realized that I needed to let go of these frustrations. I need to let go of this anger spurt before it does damage to those around me and myself. See, fortunately, I didn't flip out on my family. I didn't have a go at my family at all. But I know that if they came in and said, "Can you come do this? Can you do that?" I'd be like, "No!" And I realized quickly, like, my situation could go a whole lot worse if I allowed these feelings to stay in play. And so as I was looking at this picture, like, I really felt God speak to me and say, the thing that you need to do with these feelings is do what the little girl's doing. Let them go and give them to me, and I'll take them away. See, as I did that, as I just sat and listened to the Lord, I just said, "Okay, Jesus, I'm going to give them to you." And slowly, I began to release my hands and let these things go. And as I just began to say, "God, I'm sorry for being angry. I'm sorry for being frustrated," I began to feel peace come inside of my life. And I want to encourage you guys today, if you're feeling like maybe angry or frustrated, try doing that. You're tired of lockdown, tired of this mess. Just begin to release those feelings to the Lord. Begin to release these feelings to Jesus, because He cares about you. See, no one cares for you more than God. No one cares for how you're feeling more than Him. And He wants you to be filled with peace, joy, and love. And know that you're loved. And the best way to know that you're loved is just by sitting by His feet and saying, "God, I just give you anger. I give you frustration. I give you hurt. I give you pain. I give it all to you." Because when we release what's in our hands, we've got empty hands, and it allows Him to fill us with peace, fill us with joy, fill us with hope. And that, for me, that's what happened, guys. That's what happened. I want to encourage you guys to do that this week. See, the Bible says in Hebrews 6:19, it says, "We have this hope as an anchor for our soul." See, You can get frustrated every single day, angry every single day. And honestly, that's not a great thing to be. But if you were, you could still come back to Jesus, and he can still fill you with that peace. He can still fill you with that hope. He can still fill you with that joy, because he's the anchor of our soul. What that means is he's holding on to us. He's got us. He cares about us, and he's going to be speaking to us and saying, you need to take a time out. You need to come to me. You need to come to me, and I'll give you rest. I'll give you peace. I'll give you joy. See, that feeling that I had in the kitchen of I need to take a time out wasn't just my consciousness. It was actually the Holy Spirit saying, George, you need to take time out. George, you need to take time out. George, you need to take time out. You need to release these feelings. And as you go and you release these feelings onto him, he comes and fills you with joy and peace and hope. And so what I want to encourage you guys to do is this. If you feel those feelings, go spend some time with him. But also, I want to give you some practical tips to learn how to listen to that inner voice, that what some people would call the compass, the moral compass. See, the first thing you can do to practice listening to the moral compass is try listening to Jesus every day. Try and spend time with Jesus every day, even if it's just for 5 minutes. Just sit and be still. And as you're still and you say, God, speak to me, I promise you he's going to speak to you. Number 2, try and remove distractions in your life if you're feeling frustrated and angry. Don't just go sit on your Xbox or TikTok or Instagram or whatever to kind of forget about why you're angry, forget about why you're frustrated. I'm guilty of that. When I get frustrated, when I get angry, I can just switch off and just scroll on social media instead of dealing with the emotions. And if I do that, it can cause a lot more pain. And so I want to encourage you guys, try and switch off the best you can and spend some time with that voice. So they're my 2 tips for listening to the voice. And as you listen to that voice, that moral compass, it's going to guide you on what you need to do to keep your emotions clean, to keep yourself healthy, to keep yourself happy, and to keep yourself whole. So I hope that kind of makes sense for you guys today. I'll see you all soon. So just remember, if you're frustrated, if you're angry, it's okay. Jesus can fill you with peace and joy and hope and excitement for the future. And number 2, try and listen to that voice every day and try and limit the distractions when you are frustrated, when you are angry, so that you can deal with your emotions and stay happy inside. So thanks for listening, guys, and I'll hopefully see you all soon.
Well, guys, thanks for watching this week. It's been great to have you with us. We really want you to come and join us next week. We can't wait to be able to see you at some point soon. I'm sure in the next coming months or weeks, we'll be able to get together in some capacity and be able to see you. And we really cannot wait for that day. In the meantime, please do contact us with any prayer requests or anything you'd like to talk to us about. We really want to hear from you guys to make sure you're all doing okay, because it's been ages. It feels like we've not seen you in ages. Well, it is ages. So, yeah, we're missing you guys. So please just let us know if you need anything or want to talk to us. We'd love that. All right, guys. See you soon.